Wow. Right?
Wow.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for actors who walked away with the movie despite not playing the most important character. Heads up, this list does not include movie villains, as they tend to have more screen time than the average supporting character.
And here we go.
Number 20, Ryan Gosling as Ken, Barbie.
Don't question it, just roll with it, tiny baby.
This 2023 hit gave us memes, discourse, and the joy of combining the name Ken with other words. And that's just the start of its cultural impact. Canadian actor Ryan Gosling is extremely lovable as Ken, whose cartoonish masculinity and blonde fragility provided many of the movie's most memorable laughs.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend-boyfriend.
It's a spirited and Ken-ergetic performance made up almost exclusively of big swings, and every single one connects. Okay, enough with the puns. Sure, some naysayers may say that Ken unleashed the patriarchy onto Barbie World, but Gosling plays him as a confused and ultimately good-hearted guy suddenly challenged to have a purpose in the world.
I'm not getting any of that. I feel what can only be described as admired, but not ogled.
Number 19, Marissa Tomei as Mona Lisa Vito, My Cousin Vinny.
What?
Let's face it, comedy performances don't get a lot come award season, so when Marissa Tomei won an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny, it was proof of just how unforgettable she actually was.
Meanwhile, 10 years later, my niece, the daughter of my sister, is getting married. My biological clock is ticking like this.
Tomei plays Mona Lisa Vito, the formidable fiancée of novice lawyer Vinny Gambini. She devours the character's vulgar monologues and has a knack for making every single line of dialogue feel completely spontaneous. Someone else might have turned her into a sketch comedy caricature, but the way she makes us believe she truly loves Joe Pesci's bumbling lawyer is what grounds even her wildest moments in total reality.
He has to. By law, you're entitled. It's called disclosure, you dickhead.
Number 18, Viola Davis as Mrs. Miller, Doubt.
I think I understand the kind of thing you're talking about, but I don't want to get into it.
When you're sharing a 10-minute scene with a screen legend like Meryl Streep, you better bring your A-game. And it's safe to say that Viola Davis rose to the challenge.
You can't hold a child responsible for what God gave him to be.
In Doubt, she plays Mrs. Miller, the deeply conflicted mother of a boy caught up in a complicated web of rumours and alleged abuse. The actress plays several notes at once, and they're all pitch perfect. She sells this woman's pain for her son's experience. She even sells the hardest and most difficult part of the scene, where she rationalizes a priest's possible inappropriate relationship with her son. It's not nice, but it is achingly real.
Excuse me?
Whatever the problem is, Donald just has to make it till June.
Number 17, Tommy Lee Jones as Deputy Marshal Samuel Gerard, the Fugitive. There's a particular kind of disgruntled, callous, and morally upright character that Tommy Lee Jones knows like the back of his hand. As Deputy US Marshal Samuel Gerard, he's not concerned with Harrison Ford's innocence. His job is simple: catch the fugitive fleeing from the law.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Gerard isn't a cardboard cutout of a person. He's eerily competent and devoted to catching the bad guys by any means necessary. A less capable performer wouldn't be able to make such a streamlined character seem human. Jones's ability to infuse him with a sense of menace and determination is ultimately what won him an Oscar for the role.
Can we go home now? No!
Number 16, Octavia Spencer as Minnie Jackson, The Help.
We ought to burn the chicken a little.
Minnie don't burn chicken.
Look, it's safe to say that after this movie, we never looked at a chocolate pie the same way again. And for that scene alone, Octavia Spencer is the Help's shining star. But even more than the humour she brings, her Oscar-winning breakthrough performance as Maid Minnie Jackson is a beautifully rendered portrait of a profound strength in the face of inequity.
I got to come up with your questions too?
Oh.
Minnie may be given some of the movie's funniest lines, but it's her compassion and patience that make even the broadest moments work. While many reviews of the movie agreed it was a simplistic portrayal of the racism faced by domestic workers, Spencer's work was consistently highlighted.
Now either put it in or pull my parts out altogether. Y'all pick.
Number 15, R. Lee Ermey as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, Full Metal Jacket.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
In Stanley Kubrick's deeply unsettling war film, a group of US Marines experience extreme degradation and abuse. And that's before they even get to the battlefield. Their horrors start at home, under the brutal supervision of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. If actor Arlie Ermey's authority in the role feels a little too authentic, it might be because he was an actual drill instructor.
You goddamn communist heathen, you had best sound off that you love the Virgin Mary, or I'm gonna stomp your guts out!
Hartman's twisted yet innovative insults for his cadets were actually devised by Ermey himself. The performance is disturbing because he doesn't read like an actor. There's an unhinged viciousness to his approach. This guy feels all too real, and that thought is terrifying.
I will not punish him! I will punish all of you!
Number 14. Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, Tombstone.
You must be Ringo. Look, darling. Johnny Ringo.
This old-fashioned western from the early 90s features Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton, and several of the biggest stars of the era. But as Doc Holliday, the western gunfighter whose life was mythologized in stories of the Old West, Val Kilmer leaves a lasting impression.
If I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
As a gunslinger and drunkard with a lot of old-fashioned southern charm, the actor infused the mythologized Holliday with modern vulnerability. As a result, Kilmer's performance received consistent praise. Even critics who weren't too keen on the movie singled him out as the movie's MVP. More than 30 years on, fans are still outraged he didn't even get an Oscar nomination for it.
Wide Up is my friend.
Well, I got lots of friends.
I don't.
Number 13, Robert Shaw as Quint, Jaws.
He's gone under the boat. I think he's gone under the boat.
Police Chief Brody needs help catching the great white shark that's terrorizing the seaside community of Amity. He turns to the eccentric, gruff, and altogether terrifying fisherman, Quint. English actor Robert Shaw was a last-minute addition to the cast, but he turned out to be so natural that things he said off-screen would often be incorporated into the character's dialogue.
$10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Shaw's best moment in the role is easily his haunting monologue about surviving a massive shipwreck and a nighttime shark attack. Quint's story is based on the real-life sinking of the USS Indianapolis, and the 1,000-yard stare he takes on as he tells it is as powerful as any of the shark attacks we actually see.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
Number 12, John Goodman as Walter Sochac, The Big Lebowski.
Walter, he peed on my rug.
He peed on the dude's rug.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
A case of mistaken identity, kidnapping, ransom, and a soiled rug leads Jeffrey the Dude Lebowski on an odyssey of crime and corruption beyond his own comprehension. But the star of the show has to be his bowling buddy, Walter Sochac, played by dependable character actor John Goodman.
What the hell is this?
My dirty undies, dude. Laundry. The whites.
Walter.
If the dude is the good cop, his Walter is the insane gun-waving cop who thinks everyone else needs to calm down. Goodman sells every bit of his cognitive dissonance, from his genuine desire to help his friend to his unchecked passion for official bowling league regulations.
Mark at 0!
They're calling the cops, man. Put the piece away.
Mark at 0!
Number 11, Pat Marita as Mr Miyagi, the Karate Kid.
No need fight anymore. You prove a point.
Ralph Macchio may have been the title character, but it was Japanese-American actor Pat Marita who gave the Karate Kid its soul. It's the classic story about a young kid who learns the art of karate to stand up to bullies. Amazingly, Marita wasn't supposed to get the role of the bonsai-tending karate-teaching handyman. He was a character actor primarily known for his comedy, having played Arnold on the sitcom Happy Days, and producers were hesitant to cast him in a role that required such gravitas.
Walk left side, safe. Walk middle, sooner or later.
But Marita proved to be the missing ingredient. He earned incredible notices for playing Miyagi, and his wax on, wax off became a cultural touchstone. The role netted him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Wax on, wax off.
Number 10, Michael Clark Duncan as John Coffey, The Green Mile.
He out of the now though. He the lucky one. No matter how it happened, Dale the lucky one.
You'd think it'd be hard to stand out among a movie cast that includes Tom Hanks, James Cromwell, and Sam Rockwell, but that's exactly what Michael Clark Duncan does as John Coffey in this fantasy crime drama. The film adaptation of the Stephen King novel sees the actor playing a convicted rapist who slowly but surely reveals himself to be more than meets the eye. In fact, the death row inmate is more gentle giant than dangerous killer, and one with a magical secret to boot. Duncan's portrayal was so touching and effective it earned him an Oscar nod for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role.
I'm tired, boss. Tired of being on the road, lonely as a sparrow in the rain.
Number 9. Melissa McCarthy as Megan, Bridesmaids.
No, I think, yeah, I definitely got it.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Bridesmaids follows Kristen Wiig's Annie as she attempts to be the best bridesmaid for her friend Lillian. While they give pretty good performances, it's Melissa McCarthy's Megan who proved to be the scene stealer and gave the movie its biggest belly laughs.
No, Megan. No! No! Look away! Megan, no! Look away! Oh!
Most of the movie's signature raunchy humour comes from McCarthy, and she pulls it off with confidence. While she was a regular on Gilmore Girls, it was Bridesmaids that shot McCarthy into Hollywood superstardom, as everyone realised what a magnificent and hilarious actor she really is.
You've got to get something out of your ass, and you cut a hole in the back of your jeans. You want to tell me you can't get to something?
Number 8. Christian Bale as Dicky Eckland, the fighter. Mark Wahlberg dominated the ring in this drama about a boxer who is trained by his troubled brother. However, it was Christian Bale who dominated the silver screen with his exceptional performance. Bale plays Dicky Eckland, a former boxing hero fallen on hard times.
I'm like, I'm not even there. You know, it's what Sugar Ray said. I was the most tricky fighter he'd ever come across.
The method actor transformed himself to fit the role, losing a significant amount of weight and completely changing his traits and accent. He effectively captures the heartbreaking and tragic character that is Dicky, and won the Best Supporting Actor Academy Award for his troubles.
And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Number 7. Brad Pitt as Jeffrey Goins, 12 Monkeys.
Yes, no, you have to tell her before. He couldn't quite grasp the idea that the charge nurse couldn't make it be yesterday.
Before Pitt became a massive worldwide star, he was just a kid from Oklahoma. After starring in bit parts, 1995 proved to be the breakout year for Pitt, as he starred in Seven and completely stole 12 Monkeys from Bruce Willis, playing the rather strange Jeffrey Goins.
You know how to get out of here?
Yes, my son.
Pitt realistically portrays a hyperactive mental patient, and his energy is infectious, as audiences immediately fell in love with him and his exemplary commitment to the role. He is both lovable and a little freaky.
Get out! Get out! He's in my chair.
Number 6. Jennifer Hudson as Effie White, Dreamgirls. Hudson was a contestant on the 3rd season of American Idol before appearing in this movie, based on the Broadway musical of the same name. While Eddie Murphy's performance is also exceptional, there's no denying that Hudson is the true show stealer. Her success is entirely deserved, as her performance as Effie White was a revelation. The winner of the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, Hudson commendably draws attention not only through her unbelievable singing talent, but also from her realistic temperamental attitude, which she plays with respect and appreciation.
And I give you the rest of me too. You're the perfect man for me. I love you, I do.
Number 5. Kristoff Waltz as Dr. King Schulz, Django Unchained.
In other words, Marshal, you owe me $200.
While we can't include Waltz's role as Lander in Inglourious Basterds, due to his antagonist status, the Austrian-German actor absolutely deserves a place on this list. Supporting Jamie Foxx as Django, Waltz plays Dr. King Schulz, a bounty hunter who helps the title character free his wife from a slave owner.
Damn leg's busted! No doubt. Now, if you could keep your caterwauling down to a minimum, I'd like to finish my line of inquiry.
Waltz oozes with certainty, and his speeches are both intelligent and a delight to listen to. He not only plays the mild-mannered Schulz perfectly, but his brief bursts of violence and anger are made even more powerful through Waltz's hypnotic delivery.
You really want me to shake your hand?
Number 4. Robin Williams as Dr. Sean Maguire, Good Will Hunting.
She lit up the room.
I don't care if Helena Troy walks into the room. That's game 6.
While Robin Williams proved long before this movie was released that he could be an unbelievably good dramatic actor, his role here as Sean Maguire cemented him as one of the all-time greats. Complete with a wonderfully bushy beard, Williams is in full dramatic mode for this movie.
And you would know about sleeping sitting up in a hospital room for 2 months holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you.
He delivers with rousing speeches about love and introspective observations about life itself, all with his typically calm and alluring voice. While he was definitely helped by the movie's great writing, Williams knocked his performance out of the park and won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar.
It's not your fault.
Number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio as Arnie Grape, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Even as a teenager, DiCaprio knew how to command the scene and stole the movie from the likes of Johnny Depp and Juliette Lewis. Playing Grape's developmentally challenged brother Arnie, Leo's quest for that coveted Oscar began over 20 years ago.
A big party, huh, Gilbert?
Yep.
When is that party coming?
6 days.
6 days is my party and I'm coming team.
His performance can be difficult to watch due to his troubling mannerisms and jerks, but through that hardship, he makes the movie that much more compelling and important. DiCaprio spent a few days with real mentally challenged individuals, and it's safe to say that it was time well spent, as he beautifully and respectfully acquires all the touching nuances of Arnie Grape.
Mama, stop it now!
Number 2. Joe Pesci as Tommy DeVito, Goodfellas. Even though Joe Pesci is a little guy, he's proved to everyone that he could be just as tough as anyone else through his mesmerizing performance as Tommy DeVito. As the wild card of the gangster group, Tommy is often prone to significant bouts of brutal violence, and his temper is easily sparked.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Yeah, Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
Pesci occupies Tommy's unfriendly character with intensity, and we legitimately fear for everyone when he's around. Even if Pesci is the nicest guy in the world, we can't help but be scared of him after watching the brutality that he gives off in this movie. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Harrison Ford as Han Solo, Star Wars Trilogy.
Well, you said it, Chewie. Where did you dig up that old fossil?
The Star Wars films are some of the most beloved movies of all time, and Harrison Ford's iconic performance as Han Solo has earned him respect and admiration from generations of movie lovers.
Not a bad bit of rescuing, huh? You know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
Ford easily outshines the other actors and becomes the true star of the trilogy. He's equal parts hilarious and badass in the role, and Ford lends Han a sarcastic attitude that no other actor could have possibly matched. While the special effects were groundbreaking, we all know what the real draw of these movies is.
I used to live here. You're gonna die here. Convenient.
And that's our list. What's a supporting performance you'll never forget? Let us know in the comments below.
You can stay if you want, as my bride wife, or my long-term, low-commitment, distance girlfriend.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.